All right, everyone. There are a lot of things to cover in this market right now that we've got to cover. Very important. Make sure you're paying attention, okay? Good day today too. Good performance. Hitting the small caps. Told you guys the small cap names are just exploding. You can see it here. Most of these are actually still open. For the small caps, we did take some partials all along the way up, of course. Even tried some SPY shorts, which we'll talk about this in a little more detail in a bit. Ended up not taking any losses and just collecting some profits. I'm going to attempt to try and time a high. And before we dive into it, let me just say that new Superman movie, A plus, James Gunn does not miss. Best Superman movie I've ever seen. Wow, so good. Okay, anyways, on the 65-minute chart for SPY, the thing that I was seeing today looked like we were forming a cup and handle. And it's one of the major reasons why I told members, like, a candle print below 626 is a big signal get short. Below 617 is when we start to look for the ABC to the downside. Something that we've covered about multiple times here on YouTube for the SPICs. Okay. So I'm looking for this high to develop. In the after hours, though, it looks like we've invalidated that head and shoulders potential, and it looks like we're going to push higher. So it will be interesting tomorrow, especially with the VIX expiration coming up as well. And then tomorrow, you got OPEX and the month flows. That's where I'm kind of expecting to start to see some breakdown, but maybe we see some of that drift over into August. I gotta say, even with the daily breaking down on the TTM and with some solid confluence on the 4 hour, we'll see what tomorrow looks like with this gap up. And I'm seeing on futures, it's still holding that. Maybe we get a nice continuation. I will say the relative strength on the Russell is very notable and substantial, and that's why these small cap names have been so good. And people in the Discord, and my partner trader, a that sounds weird. My coworker, one of my trading mentors, is also pointing out sharing tons and tons of small caps that he likes right now. So there's a lot of opportunities there. The other stock that I really wanted to leave a note on was Roku. I took some losses on Roku, but not because I didn't still like the setup. It just finally hit my stop, and when you hit that, you kind of want to just get out of the way, let it continue its move, its consolidation. I was looking for some better follow through, especially with the 4 hour, but then we just got this print to the downside. So I was looking today to see if there's an opportunity to get in. Instead, this stock just kind of drifted and consolidated into the close. It's not a very good consolidation either, but we'll see if it can kind of like start to set a base or maybe even form a more substantial bull flag here that will present another opportunity to get in. I know the daily here is very barcodey as far as like the momentum signals come in, but on the weekly we're still getting all the signals that we want to go higher. So I wouldn't even mind a bit of a reset on this, because then it's going to give us the more potential to get that pump like well above the 105 trigger. That's when more people are going to start to pay attention to this. That's when you're going to get the bigger follow through. So I would like to get in before then. I don't mind carrying these calls into earnings. If it gives me the entry before then, I'll be there. I still like this name a lot, and the losses I think are just temporary. I think we're going to be up big on this name in no time at all. So I'm going to keep it on the radar. I've completely closed all my ETHA positions, and I'm seeing here on the 4 hour we're seeing some signs of a decline. I just want to, and overbought on the daily. I just want to reiterate, I'm still insanely bullish on Ethereum. My target is well above the all-time highs. Posted in the Discord multiple times, maybe even on Twitter. So go follow me on Twitter if you're watching this on YouTube. And Bitcoin, kind of the same. It is improving a little bit better. You are breaking above this trend line, but it looks like you're getting lots of denials that even faked it out on the 4 hour here. Spoke too soon. Yeah, on the 65-minute, you like getting these fake outs and then finally get some fall through, but pukes immediately. Looking pretty weak. We'll see if we can get some nice continuation. I can't even really call that pretty weak. I mean, it's setting higher highs and lower lows. The price action to me just looks sus. Maybe it's just maybe it's just faking me out. Maybe it's just my intuition for doing this for so many years. But that's what I see, and that's what has me concerned. That's why a lot of my um, peripheral crypto related plays are all closed right now, and I'm kind of letting those stocks breathe a bit. And I know Bitcoin's getting some action, but I'm not Bitcoin. GameStop's getting some action, but I don't even think it's worth talking about. Bull is really interesting to me here. So the daily gave it up, and actually yesterday it took some L's here. And then today we got this massive reversal that it once again flipped the daily, defended the EMA convergence as well. That's kind of exactly what you want to see as a bull, and we're getting a nice after hours push. And I had set up some calls on this, and I think you got to watch this tomorrow. Like if this comes back and tests this bullish EMA on the 65-minute tomorrow, and you get a clean like reversal on the 15 and the AM, but hopefully this plays all the way out back to the downside and then starts to push up. And then when I come to the 65-minute, I'm going to see that it's touched this, and I want to see the R vol continue to climb. It could get a much bigger move, so keep an eye on that, because I think this one's got more in the tank. ALAB did a really nice back test at the breakout level and then started to melt back up into the close. I'm going to be really interested in this tomorrow. Didn't want to take it today because overall tech weakness had me kind of stepping back on some of those plays. I wanted to see how the next day played out. So, why we're seeing this after hours push is because of some good tariff news, some deals that Trump had made. I say that generously. Not getting political, just that's a by the numbers perspective. Whatever, we're dwelling too long on that. But yeah, what I'm looking for is Mr. Orange Man to also give us the news on TikTok. So I know this is probably falling off a lot of your radars. I still hold some Oracle Lottos, and I think currently at the price that they're at right now. Yeah, at the price that they're at right now, there is huge payout if that news comes. So, like I always say with those lottos, pay what you're willing to lose. Yeah, I'm starting to give away too many tickers that look good for continuation. So, yeah, follow the newsletter if you want to hear about those. And every once in a while, I'll post Discord links in there, because it's no longer available. You can send the staff DMs if you want to join. And maybe I'll let you in if you send me a DM. But we're trying to cramp down on scammers and kind of make it harder for people to get in. I like our small community. I like working with the members we have. And I would also want to be focused on doing more one-on-ones with our members as well, which I'll be doing soon. So if you watch this, hey, get ready. I want to do more one-on-ones. Sounds like everyone's doing good. From a recent poll we did, a large majority of our members are profitable year to date, which is absolutely freaking amazing. I love to see that. And I just gotta say, guys, there's still a lot of money we made this year, especially with the breadth here, especially with the way that these small caps are priced. These squeezes we got, we might have more than I thought. We might have a few months of this. So get ready. It's going to be a ton of fun. I could drop some more big alpha, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to write about it in the newsletter. Oh, man, there's so many good things to write about. Y'all have a good night. God bless.